Today, I'm going to show you a drill which you can do for 5 minutes a day so you can become more confident navigating the bass guitar fretboard. And I'm going to give you a completely free PDF so you can see everything written down too. See you in the video. Hey guys, it's James here from eBass Guitars. So I've just come off a run of shows with this incredible Celine Dion tribute show here in the UK. And I'm largely sight reading. And one thing that has become super apparent for me is that when you have confidence shifting up and down the fretboard, you know that you're going to hit the right notes. That's when you start playing really well. When you start losing that confidence, when you get too much in your own head and you start worrying about it, that's when you're dead and that's when you start making mistakes. So what I want to do today is show you a drill that you can use to start learning the bass guitar fretboard and get much more confidence moving around so your hands always start hitting the right notes. I'm going to put everything we're discussing today in a completely free PDF as well too, so you can see it all written down in standard notation and tab. There's a link in the description below. Let's crack on with it. So the drill I'm going to show you today is based upon a really cool musical concept called the circle of fifths or the cycle of fourths. Now, I'm not going to go into how that chord sequence works. If you're not already familiar with it, I'm going to link to another video where you can check out how the theory of this works. I'll also put a link to it in the description below. So what we're going to do is we are going to go round the circle of fifths starting on a C, and we are going to alternate a minor 7 arpeggio and a dominant 7th arpeggio and work our way round. So first of all, I just want to show you the roots that we are going to play. It's starting on a C. I'll play that with the backing track. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play them on the E string, and then we're going to go to the A string, and we're going to shift the shape around the fingerboard. And what you'll see is there's a very definite pattern that you create when you play these across 2 strings. Then a little later in the lesson, we'll break this pattern up to really get your confidence shifting around the fretboard. But this is the starting point, just playing root notes. So that is the foundation of the circle of fifths or the cycle of fourths. And how I'm playing this is I'm playing it using notes which are from the open string all the way up to the 11th fret. And what you'll notice is you'll play every single note in the chromatic scale just in a different but very musical order. So let's just talk through those notes very briefly. So we're going to go from a C to an F to a B flat to an E flat, to an A flat, to a D flat, to a G flat, to a B, an open E, an open A, then we shift up to here to get the D, the G, and then back to the C. And we've been all of the way around the clock by that point. What you should notice at this part is the roots create a very distinctive pattern, which is a great starting point. So we go across 1 string, like that, then back 2 frets, and play exactly the same pattern. And this creates a really natural shape on the fretboard. What we want to do now is we want to put our arpeggios across it to make it a little bit more challenging. So as I said, we're going to alternate from a minor 7 arpeggio to a dominant 7th arpeggio. So we're going to go C minor 7 to an F7, B minor 7 to an E flat 7, A minor 7 to a D flat 7, etc. You'll find all of the rest of this information written in the PDF that comes with this lesson. So let me play you this first drill with the backing track right now. So that is a great starting point and a wonderful pattern to appreciate on the fretboard, which is super useful. But where this gets really interesting is if we put all of our roots on one string at a time. In this case, we're going to start with the E string, and this is what's going to get our confidence shifting up and down the fretboard. So let me show you how this works. So as I said earlier, we are going to use everything from the open string up to the 11th fret to find our root notes. So let's talk it through on the E string. So we're going to start off C fret 8, F fret 1, B flat fret 6, E flat fret 11, A flat minor fret 4, D flat minor fret 7, 8, 9. Notice how we are really starting to jump around here. Then we are going to go to the G flat at fret 2. Then we're going to go to the B at fret 7 here, open E, A at fret 5, D at fret 10, and then G at fret 3. Now here is the important thing about the circle of fifths. These are really musical patterns that you will see in hundreds upon hundreds of songs. So what you're doing is you're learning the language and the shifting on the fretboard, which you will see in so many songs. So let me play this with the backing track. You can hear it so you can hear it in action. Now it comes time to put arpeggios to it. So we are going to alternate between the minor 7 and the dominant 7 and take that round the circle of fifths or cycle of fourths. So here goes. So far we've covered playing this across the strings in the first drill. Then we've taken it on to the E string, and I call this the linear method, where we are going up and down the neck or the fretboard. Now we want to take this on to the A string and try it, because the patterns will change. So let's talk about how the roots fall to begin with. So we're going to start with the C at the 3rd fret, up to the F at the 8th fret, then the B flat at the 1st fret, E flat at the 6th fret, A flat at the 11th fret, then to D flat at the 4th, and then G flat at the 9th, B at the 2nd, E at the 7th, open A, D at the 5th, and then the G there at the 10th. So take that and play just the root notes with the backing track to begin with, but then put across the arpeggios, so going from a minor 7 to a dominant 7th chord. So let me give you an example. C minor 7 to the F7, B minor 7 to the E flat 7, A flat minor 7 here, starting at the 11th fret, to D flat at the 4th, etc. Also notice how the dominant shape starts on the 2nd finger, the 7th chord, and the minor 7th starts on the 1st finger. So that's why it's important to integrate these different arpeggios in there, because you'll be landing on different fingers. Now, let's play that with the backing track so you can hear it in context. guys, I've got one more drill to show you, but just before I do, I've got a really quick favor to ask. If you're enjoying this video and you're not subscribed to the eBass Guitar YouTube channel, please can you hit the red subscribe button, which is somewhere around this video. What this means for you is you'll be the first to know when a new lesson goes live. And at the moment of making this video, we are releasing 2 educational videos every single week on the eBass Guitar YouTube channel. And what this means for us is the more subscribers we can get to the channel, the more great free educational content we can keep putting out there. So it's a win-win for absolutely everybody. So hit that red subscribe button, please, right now. So you guessed it, for drill number 4, what we're going to do is we're going to play it off the D string. Now, a lot of students have a lot of confidence knowing their way around the E and the A string because that's where so many root notes are located for foundational songs, but often they can get less confident playing on the D string and the G string. So I want to challenge you by playing the roots on the D string. So let's go for it. So we're going to start off with a C at the 10th fret, to the F at the 3rd fret, B flat at the 8th fret, E flat at the 1st fret, A flat at the 6th fret, D flat at the 11th fret, and then G flat at the 4th fret, B at the 9th fret, E at the 2nd fret, A at the 7th fret, open D, and then open G, like so. So that will give you your roots, so please practice that along with the backing track. But right now, I want to go into the pattern that we're going to play over the top of this. If we were to play a full arpeggio on this, we would need a 6-string bass. So if you're playing a 4-string bass, like I know most of the eBass Guitar YouTube subscribers do, is what I'm going to get you to do here is I just want you to simply play a triad. So we are going to play root, 3rd, 5th, 3rd, like this. So we're going to start off with a C minor here. So root, flat and 3rd, 5th, and then back to the flat and 3rd. And then the same goes with the F. So we're going to go root, 3rd, 5th, root, then up to the B flat, etc. And I want you to take that round the circle of fifths. So let's hear this drill with the backing track. That's the end of today's video, guys. How I want to finish this video is I want to show you where these concepts can go, because these arpeggios are the language of music and you can make some fantastic bass lines out of them. So I'm just going to take the 4 notes of each arpeggio, play them with the backing track and start to jam on them a little bit so you can get some ideas of what's possible. Here goes. Guys, that's the end of today's video. If you've enjoyed it, please head over to ebassguitar.com and check out the Bass Lab Plus. The Bass Lab Plus is my private members program where I take beginner to intermediate bass players and teach them how to play the very, very best bass of their life. There's a full step-by-step program over there waiting for you right now. I'd love you to check it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link in the description below so you can take it for a spin. Cheers, I've been James from ebassguitar.com and I'll catch you very soon.